Okay, update on Bang Spot 69. So, right now it seems like the bait and switch situations, right? Where the woman is trying to ask you a question, right? But you done responded to one, right? And no more play, right? In other words, right? You don't hear back from her or something. You give her your info because you're trying to have sex. Well, the way you have sex is you give someone your number, you give someone your address, and they come and have sex with you, right? If they don't, it's a what? Sex, masturbation for money site, right? That's not sex, and that's handling your own business online, right? Now, one, if you're gonna market this stuff, you gotta say what you're doing, right? Now, sites like Jerk Meat are pretty clear, right, on what you're doing, right? Or Monster Can, maybe, right? That's just for masturbation purposes, right? But, again, if you're offering me a sex for free site, right? Masturbation, right? Shouldn't cost you anything. Masturbation is you in your home and the other person in their home and you're masturbating with each other. Two different acts, right? Then sex, right? Two saith he shall become one flesh. That's sex, right? Or some call it fornication if you're judging. And others call it having someone to husband or wife, right? When you're having sex, the male phallus or penis or whatever you want to call it, dick, to use another word or a slang word for it. So these words mean something to some people, and like I told you, you're describing a body part, right? That's not a sin, right? It's part of the human body. Paul called it your uncomely parts, the parts you don't talk about. But they're also part of the human body, the penis and the vagina, right? Now, love is unconditional. Here's your problem. And your solution isn't to condemn and call it fornication. It's to call it marriage. Without a legal document or the father and mother being involved with the son and daughter having sex, right? Now, the son and daughter are usually someone by this time not related to you, but you're still not to condemn it or don't do it, right? That's the point. You can. Now, Abraham and Sarah were half brother and sister, right? But that was also after the flood so many years, right? And before that was the flood, which was within over, 1,000 years according to biblical ideology or history, right? Whatever you want to call it, right? Now, certain things do line up, like there was some kind of flood all over the world because everybody talks about it. Kind of, obvious there. That's the problem too, scientists, right? See, if just the Bible talks about something, then maybe it's coincidental, right? But if everybody over the world talks about a large flood that flooded the whole planet, well, then everybody knows about it, right? Not just the Bible. See, some Christians get so self-righteous, they don't realize that maybe some of what they're saying is in other religions too, and then they start judging and condemning and not helping each other, right? See, Satan wants you at each other's throat, acting like one religion is superior to the other when you're all a little off, or a little on, sometimes too, right? Now, the whole problem is we may have done something inappropriate with one of the beings from heaven, right? Is the point, right? But what really became the problem is we judged it and that being killed himself and caused death to come over the whole planet, right? Does that make a little sense? If you have sex with something and it kills itself, you're exchanging DNA, even if you get pregnant or not, but still, it's tying its DNA into your DNA, right? Through sex. And trying to make sex the weapon, right? But guess what, Christians? No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Not even sex is a weapon, right? Unless you condemn yourself with Satan, right? What do you think got them kicked out of Eden? That they forgave the act or condemned it? Condemned it. Right. Now, sex is natural, sex is fun, not everybody does it, but everybody should. But it's a choice, See, that's the thing, you can't make someone have sex with you. That's their choice, right? If they want to or not, right? They can say yes or no to sex, too. Now, it becomes a crime or something you're not supposed to do, but needs to be dealt with if you do it. It's called rape, right? Now, do you forgive it too? Yes, and what, right? No. But if they do it to you, what can you do about it but let it go and call on God to help you, right? Heal you, restore you, right? You don't necessarily not say it didn't happen if it did, or you, of course, if you don't remember it at all, it never happened in your mind, right? But then you're fighting back to a point too, right? Did he say you couldn't fight back if someone was trying to rape you? Or to say at least no, Sheena Johnson, if you don't want the sex with the person while they're having sex with you? Two. The definition of marriage is two becoming one flesh in the Genesis chapter 2 of the Bible. But in chapter 3, the sin is revealed to us. Now, what you're denying is Scripture 22. This is how it reads. The man has become as one of us to know good and evil. No. What he did was good and evil. And what did he do? Lie about it, condemn it, right? Judge his wife for doing it first. And then he became Lord over her through the sin, through the dominant. And she became the lesser, as Peter pointed out, vessel. But still a vessel, Peter, nonetheless. Though weaker in appearance than you, she's the childbearer, right? She's the one who has to endure the pain through Satan's sin as well, and being that he's both, right? And had a daughter with Adam, right? At least we know that DNA transfer actually produced a child, right? The one you're not sure if it did or not is Satan to Eve, where he was first this time, right? And may have been riding Eve, but also showing her butt sex too, right? That usually means woman on top and doggy. Or animal position. Some call it, you're on all fours. You're on your belly. Now, if you have a baby and you're a hermaphrodite, walking on your belly on all fours is unusual for a human being, right? So if Satan did have sex with Adam and Eve, right? or even Adam in order, using Adam's lie, that he knew where the tree she wasn't supposed to eat of was when she asked him the question after he told her the original commandment, of course, right? There's a tree in Eden you're not supposed to eat of, for in the day you eat thereof you will surely die, Eve, right? Who told her that? Adam. Okay. So why is she responding? The tree in the middle of the garden. But there were two trees in the garden. Only one tree is identified as a tree in the middle of the garden. And the tree of not good and evil. Right? Tree of life is the tree of life. Right? So someone told Eve something different and added to the commandment of God, the commandment of a man, right? He also told her not to touch it, lest she die, judging her form lesser still than his. And if he couldn't eat of it, she couldn't what? Touch it. Never said that either. The idea of eating it means you can touch it and pick it and eat it, if you're talking about a fruit from a tree, right? But when you bite into it, it's too late. But wait a minute. At the end of chapter 2, they also use human reproduction and become one flesh, right? They were naked and not ashamed from that day till the fall, Christians. And then they became one flesh with Satan. Eve first, but he also wanted to introduce her to butt sex. Okay, then Adam came upon them as he was hearing the sex, where he was in close to Eve, but she had wandered off a little bit from him. This is the full story without any lies. Tell her sweet little lies. You always do. Even if you like them, they're mean. Now, here's a weird thing about bisexuality, though, and they were saying this on Shauna Ray last night as well, especially the bi sister, right? See, they try to make you choose between gay or straight, and they don't like it when you're bi male or bi female. But when they say LGB, TQ, the B is not before the G, right? Lesbian, gay, bi, right? But really, you're more bi, lesbian, gay. They're all taught to date how? Male and female, right? Now, what's going on? The sexual revolution in the 60s and 70s? Yeah, that's one thing. Liar. What's the other thing? Condemnation still of sex. Now, do you have the right to say yes or no to sex? Yes. Yes, you do, right? Now, when someone says yes, that's a yes. When someone says no, that's a no. That's a no, right? That never changed, right? Now, if you say yes to sex with a man, you are technically gay or homosexual if you never been with a woman. I've been with women, so I can't say I'm gay, right? Now, if you're 12 and just hitting puberty, that don't count. No, it don't. Right. And a cousin who may be more experimental than you don't know, comes in and you're seeing a pretty girl that day and having a wet dream. Accuses you of being gay. You know you were having a wet dream because you didn't wake up till the next morning. Right? What did you do? I don't remember doing nothing with you, cousin Chris. step cousin Chris, actually. And step cousin Donna and Dana. I know. Even when I was a little boy, were pretty to me, especially Donna, right? Just saying. Now, Chris also tried to pull something weird on me in the bathroom, right? When we were taking a bath together, and tried to pull me up oddly like he was trying to have sex with me, or what's called mount me, right? And I didn't know what the hell he was doing, because he's the only one who did that with me. Though I did try to have sex first with a female cousin, not knowing the difference, because I walked in on my parents having sex, you know what I mean? My first interaction wasn't with him, but with a female cousin. The blood, but it's still more allowable than your sister, right? And then half-sister is more allowable than the blood sister, right? But there again, right, the law undid all that. Even if you could marry brother or sister, once you make it a Torah, a law, you can't do it no more. And, it's a sin to you. It's a sin to you. Didn't Paul say that too? Whatever you do, though, do by faith. Or don't do it. Girlfriend, sister, half-sister, full sister, whatever, right? Whole point. The choice is yours, right? If we talk about things me and our dad said to each other growing up, and I told you we could marry, that I asked our dad if we could marry, well, or didn't bring it up, I don't recall which. Now, if you take advantage of that thing, right, I don't recall. But if you didn't, I'm fine with that too, right? That's all I ever said, right? I think I tried to drop it, right? I think I knew better than to say to my sister, our dad said we could marry, right? And I don't think I ever brought that up while we were actually alone together. And Mike could have done something. But that's the point too, right? Now, another thing about the law is it's telling you something else is going on, right? So if you're careful to follow it, you're okay. If you're not, that's fine too. Now, if my sister is trying to find me a girlfriend, right, and some of her waitresses are single, or she asks, and they want to mingle, that's different too, right? As long as they're not having sex with the boyfriend, China, though. Make sure they're not doing that either, right? Or they're cheating, right, to the boyfriend, right, or vice versa, right? Cheating on the boyfriend, cheating on the boyfriend. And that's going to make him mad if they don't know what they're doing, and I do, and you do. It's still having him the husband or wife first, and then, right, you could be coming to me with a baby on board or something already, and you don't know until about 6 weeks later, maybe, I know, a month at least, right, if you miss your period, right? And I'm not trying to get you to even find me someone unless you're sure she's single, right? And never had sex, right? Now, you don't typically, though, ask a waitress this because it's none of your business. None of your business, right? Okay? That part's none of your business. Now, you obviously know if people are going to a gay club, they're gay. But if someone's going to the movies alone, right? He's single, but waiting to mingle with a female. Meaning he's been with women, was married to one, but can't find a new girlfriend to really settle down with him. See, that's part of the point, too. You are trying to find someone to kind of settle down with you, but the problem is there are about over 3.5 beautiful women in the world. Maybe about 500,000 not as beautiful, maybe more mannish looking. I don't know. I tend not to judge by just appearances either, right? Or if you're gay or bi or whatever, right? I don't put you in a label. Love don't label you either, but that's the point. You can't label yourself either as gay or straight then, right? Or bi, right? Whatever. And we are... Here's the thing, like I told you about going gay. You're going to leave someone without a female. Well, two males getting together means two females have to get together too, right? Or a heterosexual male can have how many women? Three. See. How many did Jacob have? 4. How many did Abraham have? More than two. One